Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like the avoidance of conversation is bringing a lot of us down. Like, I don't know how to explain it. So let me tell you why I started thinking about this. So I just watched a video of a girl that seems around my age, maybe a little younger, maybe a little older. I don't know. We all kind of look the same age these days. Um, and she was talking about how when she was younger, she was shy. I can relate. I was shy. Actually, the title of the video is That One Friend That Secretly Hates You or something like that. And she was talking about how she used to she actually had this friend that was like kind of like damn, kind of mean, kind of rude, like the way they would talk to her. It was kind of wild. And because she was shy, she never wanted to bring it up. And once again, I can relate. I used to be very shy when I was younger. And, I'm still an introvert now, but I'm not as shy. I would say I'm a lot more confident. And it's something I've noticed is when we try to avoid conversations, I feel like it doesn't really help. So, as a friend, if I did something to upset you, I would like you to bring it up. I feel like I would be okay with a conversation from a friend saying, hey, this. And actually, I feel like when you're able to lay things out in a conversation, it's I don't want to say it's harder, but it is a bit harder to be manipulated, right? Like it's like you bringing things out in the open. Because sometimes you have people that are like acting fishy or acting weird, and then because you don't say anything, they just keep doing it, and it's like, oh, it's just something that you kind of notice. You're like, should I talk about it? Should I let it go? You're not really sure. I feel like confronting them, like, and it doesn't have to be you did this. Just be like, oh, hey, I want to talk to you about this. I feel like we should have a conversation about this. People that manipulate do not like that because it's almost like you can see through it, right? It's almost like she can see the BS, right? And something else is I just saw this video. I haven't even watched it, right? It's called It's Homosexual Season. And in the thumbnail, there are two tweets. I'm guessing they're tweets or comments, whatever. One of them says, how to move into your woman apartment without y'all ever discussing it. And the other one says, one day she'll open her closet and realize you live there now. That first one, especially, why I'm talking about this is like people that are manipulating or being sneaky or want, like, I don't know, they rely on not having things in the open, which is a reason a lot of men do not want to discuss things because they're not being open and honest about it. So if you're asking direct questions, then it's like, oh, they have to answer directly, which means they can't manipulate, they can't twist. Or maybe they can, but it's just a little harder. Especially if you're the kind of person that is not getting diverted by bullshit answers, right? Like if you ask them, hey, did you take my food? And they'll be like, why are you asking me about some food? I thought you said we could. Did you take it? Yes or no? Right? You don't allow yourself to get diverted by all the other things they bring up to distract you, because first you're asking them, did you take my food? And then suddenly y'all are arguing about the fact that you liked this dude's picture 2 weeks ago. No. If you focus, you stay on track, it's harder to be manipulated that way, right? And also, like in this thing where this man is talking about how to move into her apartment without y'all ever discussing it, is because the woman wouldn't want to bring up the discussion of, so are you moving in? Like, what's going on? You have all this stuff here and you never want to go home. Like, what's going on? Let's talk about it. Which is another reason they don't want to talk about the conversation of, oh, what are we? It's like, oh, why are we talking about it? But why wouldn't you sit down and have a conversation where you sit down and talk about it? And the same thing applies to like that friendship that girl was talking about, where this person was being weird, but she didn't want to like bring it up and be like, why are you saying these kind of things about me in front of men? Like that's weird. Or I feel uncomfortable when you talk like this, or I feel uncomfortable when you act like this about me in front of other people, or I feel uncomfortable when you make these type of jokes around other people. And us not wanting to bring up certain conversations, it's starting to dwell on me how that allows us to be manipulated, right? Because you don't want the person to get upset. But I'm thinking about it, like, as a friend, I would rather my friend is like, hey, I don't like that you made this joke about me. That's a really sensitive spot for me. I don't like that. And then I would be like, damn girl, I didn't know, because of course amongst friends you're gonna make some jokes, but you know to stay away from certain things, like depending on like if it's a soft spot for the person or not. Like if your friend just broke up with her man and she's still heartbroken, you're not gonna be like, well, that's why you're single. It's like, damn, that's not a friend thing. But if you know, like, your friend like knows she's pretty, she has no issues with her confidence or her looks, you then you can be like, girl with your skinny legs. And that wouldn't be a big deal because, like, she doesn't care about that. Do you get what I'm saying? But then if you have a friend that's like trying to lose weight and you're like, girl with your big stomach, it's like that could hit a little bit for her, because it's like that's something she's actively trying to work on, and she has told you is a sensitive spot. So personally, I wouldn't be offended. And matter of fact, I would even feel better if my friend was just like, hey, straight up, I don't really like that joke that you told, or I don't like when you make jokes about these things. Because you don't know what you don't know. And sometimes you might be thinking your friend is cool with it. Whole time they're hurt. Whole time they're considering ending the friendship. So I just feel like, especially as we grow up, as we become an adult, right? That's one thing I've been telling myself. Like, no, you're an adult now. You have to do adult things, which means you have to take responsibility. You have to be responsible. And one of the things you're responsible for is yourself and your mental well being. So if like there's a conversation that needs to be had because somebody's doing something that's hurting your feelings or bringing you down in a certain way, it is on you to have that conversation instead of just letting people skate by in your life just because, oh, you don't want to hurt their feelings, but they're hurting your feelings. And I feel like you should look at yourself as important also, right? It's not just about their feelings and how they feel and their emotions. It's also about you and how the situation affects you, right? And how you guys can both move on and have a proper relationship. Now, that being said, sometimes what's understood does not need to be explained. Sometimes you can see, oh, this person is trifling from the get-go, right? Like, you can meet a man, he's trying to do some hope, but say, oh, you think you finna leave here? Get the fuck on. And just, get the fuck on. Sometimes it's not every time you have to conversate. I feel like when the relationship is truly worth it to you, or when it's like a relationship you want to maintain, then yes, it's important to have that conversation so you can move forward in a peaceful, resolved manner. But if this is somebody you just met, like the relationship is not really strong, or it's not a relationship you care to maintain, girl, fuck them. They can get the fuck on. Like, yeah, you don't have to do none of that. None of that. Okay. So I just feel like it truly, truly depends. It truly depends. And on if you want to maintain the relationship and stuff. And that's something, or if it's like a serious grievance to you, depending on how serious the offense is. And these are things that you have to decide for yourself. Like, how serious is an offense for you to cut off a friend, right? Or how serious is it for you to bring up a conversation and then, like, maybe if they do it again after the conversation, then you cut them off. Like, those kind of things is gonna be up to you to figure out for yourself. But just generally, I just feel once you get older, you need to just know that for yourself, for the sake of your well-being, you're just not going to be able to not have conversations. And then you also shouldn't want to avoid certain conversations because you're grown. You have to watch out for yourself. If you don't watch out for yourself, people will take advantage of you. I swear to God, if you let people take advantage of you, they will. That's one thing I have learned as an adult. If you let people take advantage of you, baby, they will take you to the cleaners. They will take advantage of you if you like, if you allow it. You absolutely have to have some boundaries, and you absolutely have to be able to say no, like when you don't want to, and you have to be able to have these conversations. Like, I'm telling you, like, as somebody that used to be shy, as somebody that would let a lot of shit slide, like, girl, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it, because guess what? The people that are taking advantage of you like that, they're not your true friend, right? So you're over there wanting to do that because you want to maintain the relationship, and you want you guys to stay together. Girl, they're not your true friend. They're gonna keep doing you dirty. That relationship is not gonna last, because as soon as they've taken everything they can take, or they don't need what you're offering anymore, they're gone. They are not going to give a fuck. So definitely do not be scared to bring it up. And if you don't protect yourself, who will? Who will? Another thing I've learned growing up is you have a lot less protectors than you realize. Like, you have a lot less protectors than you realize. You absolutely have to protect yourself, especially as a black woman moving about the world. I'm sorry, you cannot, like, they have to prove that they are reliable for you to be able to rely on them. Like, you have to see something in this person that makes you feel, okay, I can trust this person to this extent. And then when you see other things in them, you're like, okay, I can trust them a little bit more. And that's why it's important to have these deep, long lasting relationships where they've proven themselves over. And it doesn't have to be in all the ways, right? Like, you don't have to have one friend that does everything. You can have different groups of friends for different reasons, and they've proven themselves in different ways. But for you to be able to fully, like, just trust them and open up to them, because you truly, as a woman, have to protect yourself. Like, there's just no way about it, around it. Like, as a black woman, especially, girl, if you don't, people will take advantage of you. Okay, they're like the devil, okay, walking around looking for who to devour. You have to protect yourself. You have to have boundaries. You have to stick to them. You have to stick to yourself. And yes, it's difficult. Yes, you're gonna make mistakes. Sometimes you're not gonna stick to the boundaries. You're gonna have to suffer the consequences, but then you're gonna have to pick yourself up and do it again. Yeah, and do it again. And hopefully the next time you come across that situation, because remember, life moves in cycles. So you're going to experience it once. Let's say you failed that one time. You're going to experience it again. And then you hopefully pass the second time, because you're like, oh, that's the same thing. Okay, if that was the wrong decision, maybe this is the right decision. And you pass this time, and you're like, yes, I got it. And then you do something else the next time. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, it truly is up to you. No one else has your back like you do, which is why you should be your number one protector. You should have your back the most out of anybody. You should have your own back. Okay. So I just wanted to talk. I think I'm going to link the video about the friends that hate you, because I could really relate to what she was saying, like, from my younger self. And even though, of course, as I'm older, I can't really relate to my younger self in the way I used to. But I have a lot of empathy for my younger self, because she didn't know a lot of things, and she did get taken. Okay, there were a couple times. Okay, I was used, y'all. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And then being shy too. But thankfully, I did also have a couple people that were willing to, like, guide me or, like, protect me. But you might not always have that, so you have to do your best. Just do your best, and do your best, leave the rest. But definitely, you have to protect yourself. You have to watch out for yourself. Do not allow people to just use you. If you give them the opportunity, they will take it. Okay. And to be fair, to be on the other side, is only so much you can resist. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're trying to be like, oh, a good person, you're not taking advantage. But then this person, like, everything, they're just offering you what you want on a silver platter. At some point, you're gonna just a little, just a little, just a little, just a little. Like you might feel bad, but you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Take care of yourselves. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if there's something you want me to talk about. Definitely leave it in the comment section. And I will see you next time. Bye.